Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. I'm just going to dive into Vechain once again. Thank you for support. Big up the CoinsKid crew. So right now Vechain, it's doing okay. I do think that you will meet this technical target down here, this bear pennant. Okay, I do think we might be in for one kind of last little dump, but I do suspect that you might put in a little bit of a relief rally before we do get that dump, basically, because there is a bit of a bullish divergence that's forming just here. Okay, so on the daily you've got a low and a higher low in the RSI, and then in the price action you've pretty much got a a standard bottom just there. So potentially you could bounce off this bottom, come up and run into a level of resistance. Primarily, if you start to get through the 10 EMA on the daily, do anticipate rejection off the 20, because you are now in a death cross. Okay, so like I said to you, when you come up and you rally, you fall back into these signals as support, you can rally into these death crosses as resistance. So do anticipate that that's what it'll do before coming down to here. Okay, potentially forming that low, and at that point we're going to pop out, because this is a technical target for me that you are in for Vechain out of this massive bearish pennant, basically. And I think that you're coming down in 3 steps: 1, 2, 3, basically. Okay, it might potentially run a little bit deeper than that, but I think you'll be lucky putting some cheeky bids in down there for a bounce. Okay, there is a potential technical target that you could actually retrace to. I'll show you straight away that I think it's a 786. So if you want to see a larger correction than this anticipation, then do put some cheeky bids on this particular level here, this 0.698, okay, which is the 786, where I do suspect you're going to get a high level of support. Now looking at the weekly time frame here for Vechain, you can see there's a trend line that we tend to adhere to when we correct. Okay, and if you remember just here, I said to you, you're coming down here. When you was up here, I said to you, rolling over, and this particular trend line down here should come into a play as a level of support, and right there you can see that it did. Okay, and we got that beautiful bounce off that trend line and this low just here. Okay, and from that point we actually bounced. I think we went up around about 181% before running into a level of resistance, and coming back on ourselves and creating this beautiful handle of a large cup and handle pattern. Okay, so it's still good. We're still looking great for continuation, providing we can hold support. So for me, you might want to put some cheeky bids down here. If you do start to see Vechain sort of come down to this level on the RSI, this is where you could get a lovely little bounce at 45.60. Now with that, what you would be doing right here, if you did start to fall through that level of support right there, you would actually be putting in a whopping bullish divergence, on the weekly time frame, and the higher the time frames that you can put these in just here, because imagine, look, this RSI starts to come down here, loses this level of support just there, okay, and the price action rolls and comes down to 786. You're putting in a whopping bullish divergence on the weekly. Okay, and like I said to you, the more zoomed out that you can get these particular signals, the greater the substance they have going forward. So potentially, given this particular rollover that could be in front of us, you might actually wick down to this 786, falling through this trend line like you did here. You got the little wicks, you see the wicks. Like I said to you, this is what Vechain does. It wicks, and then the support is there. So a lot of traders might be stacking bids down here on this particular level of 786, which again I'll give you is 0.6983850. So if we do start to see a rolling market, little flash crash, wick down, come back up, there you've got your RSI, you've got your bullish divergence right there, and at that point you're going to bounce and come back up. Okay, if this trend line doesn't hold, because you can see it's held in the previous corrections as support. Do you see that? So yeah, that's basically Vechain. It's looking pretty decent, to be honest with you, for continuation, providing you can hold support, and we might actually get through for putting some long ups down there, because I do think that what you're doing is, for Vechain, you're basically coiling up here. You're coming in towards an apex, like I've shown you so many times. I think that you're coming up like this, dum 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 dum. You get a bounce off this level of support, come back up into the apex. When you break this level of resistance right here, you've got a beautiful long up in front of you for continuation here for Vechain, as you did here. You came down like this, boom 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 boom, you broke out, you was gone, okay, in that big monster third wave right there. So yeah, that's basically Vechain. I think if we look at it on the monthly as well, look where the monthly 20 EMA is. So you way above key levels of support at the moment. There's no bear market here. If you start to fall down now and lose this 20 EMA on the monthly, that for me, and start hitting your head, that's a massive signal of a bear market. But so far so good. I mean, even this overextension here, you came back to the 20, held it as support, continuation, overextended. This is absolute FOMO. Overextended, you've had your sort of blow off top, you're coming back down, holding the key level support, See you later, alligator. You're looking for that final fifth wave, aren't you, in this bull market for Vechain moving forward. So yeah, that's basically Vechain. Hope you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.